practice from it. I'm sure there's a lot of good practice that could be embedded in a journalism course.
Yeah.
You know,
like, for example, techniques of investigative journalism, which would put it very close to investigative journalism.
Yeah, exactly. Anything like that, or just widening it out to other countries, and, you know, and just that thing of that you don't have to find a solution. So I think a lot of times in journalism, you are kind of looking for the definitive answer. And with solutions journalism, you don't have to. You're just kind of throwing it out there for, you know, people to make their own minds up. So I'm sure there's a lot of good practices that would be useful for a new journalist to learn.
Yeah, that's a good angle to look at that, I think. So let's see if we can work on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just a final question. So just to ask, in your understanding, how do you understand at a point of time in the project what solutions journalism actually is?
Well, solutions journalism in my mind is you're trying to arrive at a solution to a problem, but you're not necessarily giving the actual solution. You're representing lots of different solutions, and you're allowing the public to make their own mind up. You're just, you know, they're not really answering. You don't have to answer the question, I guess.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting discussion. It's like a discussion piece.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Do you find that inspiring for you?
The thing is, a lot of journalists would prefer if you're really holding someone to account, and it doesn't really feel like that in solutions journalism.
In solutions journalism, it doesn't feel like.
It doesn't really. I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding it properly.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really feel like you're holding people to account in the same way you are when you do kind of campaigns and investigations.
So the impact is less strong. That is correct, because you present also different sides or different stories, like this pragmatic going around. Yeah. Exactly. Holding to account is maybe more difficult than with solutions journalistic practice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, this is like basically you answered a lot of the questions without that I even asked you. So Carolyn, that was very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thanks for your really informative insight. Very concise. And I'm not sure if we have any follow-up questions. I hope you don't feel stressed out if we do.
Not at all. So will we be able to read the kind of findings of it all?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So we will anonymize all participants. We will conduct maybe some more interviews with other mentees as well. And then we will, of course, write complicated, long, like research papers, etc., which are difficult to read. But no, I'm joking. Of course, we will also make it accessible in a nice way, because I don't think journal articles are very good for disseminating. So we usually try to have some preprints or some more summarizing reports about this. So that is certainly something we would love to share.
I was just going to make one more final point. I think what would be interesting is if the newspapers themselves asked their readers, would you like to see more of this in the paper? And they made it clear, this is the type of journalism it is. Do you think there should be more of this in the paper? I think ultimately, there's no point us deciding. You need to know, is there an actual market for this? And the only people that can tell you that are the readers. So it'd be helpful. I think it'd be useful if the newspapers themselves asked readers, would you like to see more of this journalism?
Yes. So, yeah. And of course, that would be something. So is the Herald doing that already?
No.
Okay.
I'm surprised if any of the newspapers were doing that.
Yeah. But that would be one way forward to inquire about audience wishes.
It would.
Yeah. Wow. That was really fantastic. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Thanks for your time. I hope it didn't take too much away from you. And thank you for connecting to Zoom as well. So that's really very kind. Thank you.
Have a good day. Cheerio.
You too. Bye bye. Ciao to Glasgow. Ciao. Bye.